Here we go, another video with not such great lighting, but it's late and that's what you get tonight. So tonight, saw a little incident that got me thinking, and so thought I would share it with you. My son was at Boy Scouts, and I had just pulled up in the parking lot and was parking, and this car came in. Two guys in it. One was younger, one I couldn't quite tell. Sometimes he looked like an older gentleman, like fatherly, like a father to the boy in the car, and sometimes he looked like maybe he was a couple years older, and I just couldn't figure it out. But they had pulled up in the parking lot, and the driver, the older one, got out, and he's walking around, and back tire on the passenger side is flat. So he's kind of looking at that, and he looks at the other tires, and they're walking around, and the way he was walking around was kind of a puzzled look, So I'm like, is he not sure if it's flat or not? And so then eventually the younger guy got out, and they're looking at it, and the older guy got on the phone, and he's calling somebody, and they're looking in the trunk, and I guess all I could figure out was, one, they didn't know how to change a tire, and two, they didn't have a tire to change it with, and it just, that struck me as odd that in today's day and age that, people go out and don't know how to change a tire. To me, that should be just part of the getting your driver's license process, right? If you're going to get your driver's license, you're going to start driving, you got to know some basic maintenance on your car, and changing a tire is one of those things that you should just know how to do, right? And it's okay to understand the theory, but you got to get out there and really just undo the lug nuts, pull the tire off, and put the new one on. Of course, not forgetting to jack up the car at the right time, but it puzzled me that these guys didn't know how to do that, and they were in the parking lot, no lie, like an hour and 15 minutes, and I guess finally some buddies showed up to help them change it and do what they needed to do, and they brought one of the donut spares. So my best guess is that the car that they were in didn't have the spare tire. So, but it also got me thinking back to, I guess one of the first times in the real world that I almost had to change a tire. I say almost. The story goes back to when I was dating my wife the first time around, and we had gone to the county fair, and of course out there we're parking in fields and stuff like that, and we're walking back to the car, and it's me and my girlfriend at the time, right, who ends up being my wife. And I think one of her friends, I can't remember if my brother was with me, and anyway, we're walking to the car, and I'm looking at it, and I said, well, we got a flat tire. She's like, no, it's just parked in a rut or in a hole. I'm like, no, I think it's flat. She's like, no, it's just parked in a rut. So depending on who you ask, if you ask me, I told her, well, if it's in a rut, that's great, but if it's flat, you get to change the tire. If you ask her, she says, I didn't know how to change a tire, so she had to show me how to do it. But regardless, we got to the car. It was a flat tire, and she changed it, right? Because according to me, that was our agreement. According to her, I didn't know how to do it. But fond memory of the changing the tire and being out in the field, and learn how to change a tire. If you don't know how to do it, get out there and just do it. Get your hands dirty and do that. You don't want to get stuck on the side of the road, not knowing how to change a tire, not having a tire to put on in its place, and having to wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, who knows how long to get your tire changed. Anyway, that's all I got for you tonight. Have a great evening. I will talk to you tomorrow.